Hi, my name's David Fitzpatrick. I'm an educational consultant for RM Education, and this short video is looking at a tool called EdPuzzle, which enables you to punctuate video content with questions that students must answer before the video can progress. In this way, it enables teachers to provide video content, video lessons to their students, but is ensuring that students are actually engaged because they must be watching the video in order to answer the questions. In addition to that, if the students minimise the video, then the video stops, which again ensures that students must actually be watching the content from your lesson. First of all, I go to my browser, I open up a new tab, and I search for EdPuzzle. Here on the login screen, I'm going to say I'm a teacher, and I'm going to sign in with my Google account. The first time you log on to EdPuzzle, you will have to verify your account by replying to an email that would have automatically been sent to you. Once you've gone to EdPuzzle, on the left hand side you can see the variety of sources for your video content. So I'm going to click onto YouTube, and I'm going to search YouTube for a video that I want to use to deliver some of my lesson content. Once I've selected my video, on the right hand side I'm going to choose Edit. And you can see at the top I have the option to cut, add a voiceover, or add questions. First of all, perhaps I'm going to cut the video because I don't want the first few minutes. So perhaps I wanted the video to start there and finish there. If I now go to voiceover, here I could add my own audio to clarify a point within the video. But we're not going to do that today. But I am going to go through to questions. You can see I have the option on the right hand side to create a multiple choice question, an open-ended question, or just to note some information that you want your students to have. What you do now is you simply run through your video to the point where you want to ask a question. So let's imagine there is where I want to ask the question. And now I'm going to open an open-ended question, and I'm going to ask the question for the students. What was the name of Darwin's ship? And click on to save. So what happens now, if you look at the timeline, when the video gets to this point in time, it will stop and it will ask the students to answer that question before they can carry on. Now let's go to a different point of the video. And again now I'm going to ask a multiple choice question, and I could type in my question here. And you can see here I can select which answer is correct by making sure that has the green tick. And if you now look at the timeline of my video, you can see there's two questions. One question is here and one question is here. So I can use the tools within EdPuzzle to assign this to a class I create, but I actually want to assign this using Google Classroom. To do that, I click on the top right to my classes, and I want to go and click on the Google Classroom icon here. Now it will ask for you to give EdPuzzle permission to look at your Google Classroom, which I'm going to allow. And now on the left hand side I can see my classes from Google Classroom. So I can click and import that class. So once I've given EdPuzzle permission to look at my Google Classroom, I can now go to my video, click onto Assign, choose my class from Google Classroom and click onto Assign. You can also see here on the right hand side I have the option to prevent skipping, which forces students to watch the whole video. So now you can see the assignment has been posted in my classroom. So when students now go to Google Classroom and they go to the link, you can see now that this is the video that's within EdPuzzle. Again, you can see the questions the students can play. But because we prevented skipping, if I now try as a student to go forward in my video, it doesn't let me, it goes straight back to the timeline I'm on. So now I have to watch the video, and even if I minimise the page now, the video would stop. And now, having watched the video, you can see we're approaching our first question. So when we reach this point in the timeline here, the video will stop, like so, and there we have to type in the name of Darwin's ship. And you can see here the video is paused until we enter our answer. Under Submit, and now Continue. And again now the video continues on the timeline until we get to the next question. And now again we're coming up to the second question. So when that time point reaches, it now stops, asks you a multiple choice question, which in this case was Finch. Click on to submit, and now continue the video. So now when you go back to EdPuzzle and click on your gradebook, you would see the feedback or the answers for those students in that class. Thank you for listening.